Everybody, this is a tutorial on how to play chess. First, I'll be showing you what the pieces are called, how many of them there are on the board, and then I'll be showing you how to set up the board, where all the pieces go to start off, and then I'll show you how to move that piece and take others with that piece. So, let's get started. The first piece right here is called the pawn. There are 8 of them on the white side and 8 of them on the black side. In total, black and white, there are 8 pawns on the board. So, let's move on to the next piece. This piece right here is the knight. There are 2 of them on each side of the board, black and white. In total, there are 4 knights. Let's move on to the next piece. This piece is the castle, or sometimes called the rook. It doesn't matter which one it's called. There are 2 of these pieces on each side of the board. In total, there are 4 pieces in the whole set. Let's move on to the next piece. This piece is the bishop. There are 2 of them on each side of the board. In total, there are 4 in the whole set. Let's move on to the next piece. This piece is called the queen. There's 1 of her on each side of the board. In total, there are 2 queens in the whole set. Let's move on to the next and final piece. Finally, there's the king. There's only 1 of them on each side of the board, and in total, there are 2 in the whole set. This is the most important piece of all 16 pieces on each side. Without checkmating, that means surrounding, or capturing the king, you cannot finish the game. Now, I'll show you how to set up the board. The first thing I like to do is separate the black and the white into 2 groups. One group over here, and another over here. So first, you put the pawns on. If you remember, these are the pawns. So each side have 2 rows that they're pieces. The 2 first rows on each side of the board. The pawns have the whole front row. They're kind of like the personal guards to the other pieces, which they really are. So you put them on just like that. And also the way you sit up. One side of the board is the same on the other side, except the king and queen, which I'll show you later. Next, we'll put the castle on. They will go in the 2 back corners on their side, just like that. And then the knights will go right next to the castle. And the bishops will go on the other side of the knight. Now, here's the thing I'll show you about the king and queen on each side of the board. They're a little different because the white queen goes on the white square. It goes on her team's color. And the king goes on his enemy's color, which is, in this case, because they're white, the black square. And for the black king will go on the white square. And the black queen goes on the black square. So, just put all the other pieces, the pawns, castles, bishops, and knights on the other side of the board. And done. So that's it for part 1 of my chess tutorial. In the next part, I will show you how to move each piece and a special thing that the king and the castle can do if the king is in danger.